Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to introduce our musicians and thank them for beautiful playing. Marvel Nummer, the cellist, and Ali viola, Jenny Neighbor violins, and I was just next to them to make sure I know what notes to play. Ladies and gentlemen, I would also like to introduce our esteemed guests. Mrs. Kavanagh, OA principal, Mr. Mastro Giacomo, did I see Mr. Flanagan? Okay. All right, and ladies and gentlemen, I have technology. I have a message from Mr. Benson, who couldn't make it today because he wasn't in school, and he follows the protocol. So I would like to read it for everybody. Good evening, families, administrators, honors, guests, Triumph members, and most importantly, our new inductees. I apologize for not being present this evening. Triumph Induction is always such a wonderful event, but unfortunately, the rescheduled evening conflicted with a doctor's appointment that I could not move. I want to extend my heartfelt congratulations to our new members for their induction into Triumph, which didn't happen yet. It will happen a few minutes later. The Oliver Ames music family, of which you are all a part, is committed not only in our dedication to excellence in performance, but to the ideals of service that Triumph represents. I know that each of you will continue to embody this dedication to service. Every time you mentor a younger student, perform in our community, or engage in one of our many community service activities, you are advancing the values of Triumph and of our music family. I would like to thank Officer Aker, he's going ahead of me here. I was going to do it in a few minutes. For speaking tonight, we appreciate you as a member of our music family here at OA. Thank you. Congratulations and enjoy the evening, everyone. Mr. B. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, I would also like to introduce our guest speaker tonight. This is Officer Aker. Everybody knows him, right? Okay. And he will speak a little later on during the ceremony. Finally, after the festivities are over, we have a few cookies and a little bit of water, so please don't run away. Let's stay here for a little while, talk, and then go home. So, ladies and gentlemen, I would also like to introduce our president, Madi Bar. And I'm Mr. Korn, for those of you who don't know. I am a mere advisor of Triumph. Madi, your turn.
Ladies and gentlemen and fellow students, we welcome you to this important occasion. Today we will formally induct a number of students who have met the necessary Triumph criteria and have accepted invitations to become active members in the Triumph Music Honor Society. We will also recognize the continuing members of our chapter and our graduating members as alumni of Triumph. At this time, I wish to introduce the student officers of our chapter. Sophie West is the vice president, who was not in school today, so she could not speak tonight, so Kagan Proudler will be speaking on behalf of her. Reagan George, the secretary. Marvel Nemmer, the treasurer. And Bridget Hughes, the historian. I will now ask Marvel Nemmer, our chapter treasurer, to present the candidates for student membership.
These music students have been carefully selected on the basis of scholarship, character, leadership, and service. Scholarship represents scholastic achievement and open-mindedness toward knowledge and truth. Character emphasizes a devotion to high ideals and recognizes no barriers between people of diverse backgrounds. Leadership guides us to greater undertakings, and service encourages assistance and kindness to others.
We will now describe the meaning of Tri-M for the candidates for student membership. Vice President and Secretary.
That which is new in any age is called modern. It is only in our looking back that descriptions such as old, classical, or romantic are given to those art forms that had formerly been accepted as modern.
Let us remember that we should study the past to effectively plan our future. This is a youth organization, and with each succeeding year, its membership will be made up of young people such as you. Therefore, our society will never grow old, but will eternally modern.
The letter M signifies music. The treasurer and historian will explain this second symbol.
According to the Random House Dictionary of the English Language, music is the art of sound that expresses the ideas and emotions in significant forms through the elements of rhythm, melody, harmony, and color.
Music was present even before there was written language, and from that time to the present, it has been a source of communication. Music is the universal language.
The third letter M signifies masters. In the art field, the custom has been to give the title of master to those who have achieved a high degree of proficiency. You have met the criteria as Tri-M candidate for student membership. As you have now increased your opportunities to serve your school and community. A member of the Tri-M Music Honor Society is one who sets a good example, is always willing to assist those students who are striving to better themselves in the music department, and always remembers that real honor brings responsibility. May you accept this honor of membership and the responsibility that is now vested in you, and wear your pin emblem with pride. Please explain the meaning of Tri-M membership emblem.
The Tri-M emblem was designed to symbolize the function and purpose of the Honor Society. The music staff, the lyre, and the scroll represent the members' proficiency and service in the field of music. The triplet figure in the form of an M symbolize the three M's in the name, Modern Music Masters, from which the Society's name was derived.
At this time, I will introduce our distinguished speaker, Officer Aker. Welcome.
How's everyone doing? You guys doing good? Yeah. I'm going to start with a quote. That's what I usually do when I give some type of talk. And the quote is by Leonard Bernstein. Leonard Bernstein's a composer. He did the music for West Side Story. Didn't take any money for it because he wanted to make sure Stephen Sondheim got the credit. He did the book. Anyway, I can't live one day without hearing music, playing it, studying it, or thinking about it. And I didn't know what that meant until I stopped playing music. And I stopped playing for about 12 years. I went in the Army right out of high school as a musician. And that's not an easy thing to do. You have to audition before they will take you. Then you have to go to school for 6 months. At the time, the military music school was the second most difficult school in the Army. So to just graduate, it was actually kind of a big deal. I was a much better player back then. I played a lot. I don't play as much anymore. And I had a 12-year break, right? Why did I have a 12-year break? Because I went to Iraq, not as a musician. I got out of the Army and went back in to do a different job, and I was an intelligence professional. So September 11th is a day that changed my life, changed my family's life forever. So I stopped playing music, and I didn't realize the impact that that was going to have on my life until I did stop. So I encourage everyone to never stop playing music if you can help it. It gave me purpose once I started playing again. Now, why did I start playing again, you might ask? I was appointed as the school resource officer, was that 5 or 6 years ago. And I was like, what am I going to do to get in with these kids, right? How am I going to find my niche to try to break down some barriers and show them that, yes, I'm a police officer. Yes, I was a soldier. How can I show them I'm a person? Music will show people that you're a person. So I went out and I finally bought my very first French horn. I'm a French horn player, for those of you who don't know. And I went to the band director. I was like, hey, do you mind if I sit in with you guys? But just, I haven't played in like 12 years, but that's cool, right? He's like, yeah, sure. And I sat in with the band, and then I wasn't the school resource officer anymore, again. But when I was, Michael Korn was like, hey, you play French horn. I need a French horn player in this group, right, that he conducts, the Sharon Chamber Orchestra. And I found another group that needed somebody, so I started playing with them, and then another one. And it'll spiral if you put yourself out there. So now I kind of play a lot. And I'm better for it. So I think that you just have to keep playing. I don't know how else to say it, right? If I'm not playing music, I'm listening to music, right? Go through your life without music for a day. Any music. No radio, no iPod, no anything. And think about what that day is like compared to a day where you are listening to music. It's going to be different. Music puts emotions that it speaks its own language. When you're sad, it can make you sadder or happier, or it can make you reflect to help you work through whatever that issue is, right? So you just have to listen to music, right? Watch a movie without a soundtrack. That's going to be a pretty boring movie, guarantee it, right? So listen to music, play music, study music. It's a skill. It is something that will help you through your entire life, I promise you. I promise you, it will help you through your entire life. In closing, I'm going to leave you with another quote. This one's by Beethoven. I wish you music to help you with the burdens of life and to help you release your happiness to others. Because that's what music does. When you play good music, you are speaking to somebody in a language that is universal. It is universal. It does not matter who wrote it. I listen to Shakira a lot. Don't make fun of me. I don't know what she's saying, right? She has a song called No. If you listen to that song and you don't get sad, there's something wrong with you. I read the translation. It is, in fact, a very sad song, right? That's kind of the point. Just let music into your life. Give it out to other people. Okay? Thanks.
Will all the candidates for student membership please rise and repeat the pledge to show your willingness to carry out the principles of the Tri-M Music Honor Society? We, the members of the Tri-M Chapter 4499 at Oliver Ames High School Music Department.
That's a lot.
Let me repeat it back. In order to foster a greater continued interest. And a desire for excellence. In music performance. To encourage appreciation and awareness in listening to music.
to encourage appreciation and awareness in listening to music,
to promote wider opportunities for sharing joy through music,
to promote wider opportunities for sharing joy through music,
both within our school
both within our school
and within our community,
to
advance the spirit of good music and musical knowledge,
to advance the spirit of good music and musical knowledge,
and to enhance the reputation of our school as a center for music enrichment.
and
Accept the honor now granted to us.
accept the honor now granted to us.
It is my pleasure to present each of you with your Tri-Am membership card.
The following candidates for student membership have qualified to become new members of the Tri-Am Music Honor Society. Darwin Block, Ella Khaleesi, Colleen Carey, Adeline Carney, Jonathan David, Hannah Gauthier, Olivia Gerard, Catherine Hobbs, Owen Hughes, Julia Atau, Knox Jernales, Victoria Juska, Hannah Lee, Puchi Lau, Sean O'Rourke, Maggie Reardon, Monica Scarborough, Ivan Shee, Owen Stairs, Alexander Steves, Alexis Weintraub, and Ada Visnauskas.
I now officially congratulate and welcome you as new members of Chapter 4499 of the Tri-Am Music Honor Society. May you remember this occasion and strive to live up to the aims and ideals of this organization. I will now ask our chapter advisor to come forward.
Ladies and gentlemen, we could have made it simpler and just have one big round of applause for everybody. But it is true that every single member, every single inductee here deserves their own round of applause, and I'm glad that we did that. Let's give them a big round of applause. It's a pleasure to read the congratulatory message from the Tri-Am Music Honor Society national leadership to the new members of our chapter. Dear inductees, congratulations on your induction into the Tri-Am Music Honor Society. Your nomination for membership is based on your musicianship, academic qualification, and demonstrated leadership. You may take great pride in this achievement, which unites you with thousands of other student members throughout the world. As you were instructed during the presentation ceremony, we should study the past to effectively prepare for our future. With that thought in mind, you are now in the unique position of being able to pass the torch of your musical knowledge to colleagues and future beneficiaries of musical arts. May you wear your Tri-Am pin when you get it. with pride and dignity as you continue to demonstrate the value of music in your life and share your gift with your school and community. Welcome to the Triumph family. I now officially congratulate you and recognize you as continuing student members of Chapter 4499. You have supported the ideas and aspirations of the Triumph Music Honor Societies through your continued community service and participation in solo and ensemble performance at Oliver Ames High School in our community. Mari?
On behalf of the Triumph Music Honor Society, I want to thank our chapter advisor, Mr. Korn, the officers, and all those who have made this induction ceremony such a great success. We also appreciate the attendance of parents and guests. So that's it. Thank you for coming. There's cookies and water.